Hey guys, just letting you know the app this video is about is available on Google Play and it's coming soon on the App Store and the Windows Store. It's called The Impossible Ball Game, link in the description. Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Paul and basically I'm going to be talking about the Rage game I made for Android in one day. So basically I want to challenge myself to see how good of a game I can make in just a single day. And I decided to make it a Rage game. I was inspired by Sam Hogan, who made an Android Rage game in one day. So basically, what I did is I made it really hard to control. So you click on the screen and it makes an explosion, and you have this ball that gets blown around by this explosion, and you have to try and navigate throughout these difficult platforms in order to get to the end of the level and basically win the game. It's a pretty simple game, but that's the whole idea if it's made in one day. So let's get right into the process of creating it. So first of all, um, yeah, I didn't really know what I was. Actually, no, I had an idea of what I was starting out with. I was gonna actually have it a cube originally, but that wouldn't really have worked as well, I don't think, because it wouldn't have had momentum. It wouldn't have been able to roll around, and I like the rolling ball things, um, like Red Ball. If you've ever played the Flash game Red Ball. So actually, this is a really good idea for controlling um, ball games or like 2D platformers on a mobile device, because you don't have to have these dedicated buttons that you have to press to move left, right, and jump. What you do is you just tap on the screen. If you tap lower down on the screen, it makes him jump higher. Higher up, it makes him like slam down, but you can't really do that because you can only jump when you're on the ground. So um, basically, you tap left on the screen to make him fly to the right, tap right on the screen to make him go left. So this is actually a really good control method for a 2D ball game. The only reason it's a Rage game is because of the way the platforms are set up. They're set up really difficultly, and it's pretty time consuming to um, like be successful at getting through the level. So um, yeah, so as you can see, I just started out with a simple scene, like a simple ball rolling around. I got like text at the end saying "you win." I don't know why I did that, because that was definitely not going to be the level. And at this point, I didn't really know what direction I was going to make my game. Like the last mobile game I made was called Rotate, and it was really simple. Like it was just basically cubes. So here I am trying to like draw it out, draw something, and try and figure out what I wanted to make it look like. What I was trying to do actually, I googled Super Mario Bros. Wii sprites, and I was trying to, as you can see there, I was trying to get like the tile set and try and copy like the same style, but I was not successful at all. Like after this, I tried drawing like an inner circle. That didn't work. So what I actually resorted in doing is taking a stock photo of like a brick or stone or whatever, and I just took that and added a 3D effect in Infinity Photo, and it just worked. So then all of a sudden I was like, all right, well I'll just go with this hyper realistic style with a 3D effect on it, and that's kind of the direction the rest of the game went in. So I was thinking, alright, I can make it kind of like that Pogo Rage game, but the graphics are 2D and it's going to be hyper realistic, basically stock photo textures turned into like these 2D images. So now what I'm doing is taking a soccer ball and I'm turning that into a sprite that I can put into the game. So I'll be back a little later, guys, and I'm going to explain a little bit more. Alright, so now what I'm doing is creating the level. So all I have to do is draw things out on the marker and then basically paste the background onto it and give it a 3D effect, and boom, it looks just like the rest of the game. It's got the consistent art style and it's super easy to do. You're literally just drawing the level out. It's so easy. And then I just import it into the game. I have to export everything as individual slices eventually, so that I can customize it the way I want in the game engine. But here I am creating a new sprite for the player. The old sprite wouldn't match the new art style that I was aiming for. So now I'm going into Blender, I added an HDR background, and now what I'm doing is basically just designing the player and adjusting the material the way I want it. And then what I'll do is I'll go into Affinity Photo after exporting this, and I'll draw like a little face onto it, so it's like a marble. So basically, I spent a lot of time trying to get the player controls right, and what I ended up with was a pretty solid control scheme. Actually, I finished the final control scheme a couple days later, but what the original one was is the farther away you tapped, the more your character would explode into that direction. Because I couldn't quite get it working the opposite way around. Eventually, I figured out a formula for doing that, but I had to mess around with the physics and stuff to get it working. I added advertisements in order to make the game a bit better. I mean, not better. How does that make it better? It makes me money. That's why I added advertisements. So, yeah, that's pretty much the game on the first day build. I wish I could show you slowed down footage, but honestly, it takes too long to download. So I'm just going to cut to the version of the game that's 2 days later and the finished version.